Yup, so to kick this video off, I'm going in by picking my client hair. Man, I gotta get this hair together. It's time for one of them big transformations. Y'all know how I do on my channel. We finna lock in. Let's focus up. Please like, share, subscribe, and let's get it. So we're gonna hop in with this number 2 guard completely open, and I gotta get his hair down to that one desired length. Due to this client and his hair texture and his hair grade, it's gonna look spotty at first, but the objective is to get this hair down to that one desired length, and then I'm gonna wash it so I could get it all together and get it to lay down. As you guys can see, that texture, he has an amazing texture of hair, so I just trying to stay focused and get it all the way down to that one desired length. We just prepping it for greatness right now, and when I tell y'all this one of them, this one of my best transformations on my channel. This one gonna be really dope. So for all of the supporters and all of the true fans that been out there, I superly appreciate y'all, man. I've been just super focused. I've been trying to get my mind right. I'm getting ready for this big tamper move, so we locked in, man. Let's have fun. So one of the most important things you do after washing somebody's hair, you need to go in with a nice brush session assisted with a blow dryer, and you gotta brush at that hair. You gotta keep everything consistent. You gotta make sure that hair get down and laid down to perfection, prepping yourself for your next steps in your haircut. My next step, I go in with my gold Babyliss FXs in a rainbow-like shape. As you guys can see, I got more, width in terms of the taper on this side. You can't do a small taper on this side due to, where you at in your area. If you look at the lineup is really taking up a lot of this taper due to his hair grow all over the place, so stretch that taper out. My next step, I wanna go in using my wall 1919s, giving myself a full inch, opening up that guideline. My next step is 1/8, doing the same thing that I just did at the bottom. Easily giving myself another inch and brushing one and fading one. My next step is 1/16 halfway open, and I want to flick at this line and slowly but surely close my clipper. And as you guys can see, I'm trying to create a nice gradient effect without having to do too much. Now, a lot of people gonna look at this taper from this angle and they not gonna like it due to, look at the lineup. The lineup is what's throwing you off in terms of the taper, but I cut my cousin and my client so many times that I understand and know what his lineup gonna be every time, so the taper has to be established this way. I go in completely closed, and I want to flick at this line and create more gradiency so I can blow this area out. And as you guys can see, I'm getting a dope transition and a nice taper. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to my boy Germ. Boom, and this beat is flawless. This is Remember the Rain by 21st Century. This one of them. I'm feeling like that. I'm up early in the morning and we getting right. I appreciate everybody that come through my channel every time just to support me and to watch my work. It is super dope that we all transitioning and getting better together. As you see me, I bag up. I want to make sure that I got a nice transition, and as I'm saying, look at that lineup area. Look how much more extra hair you guys see. So that's really what's kind of throwing your optical or throwing your, your eyesight off. You just need to pay attention to that, understand and know exactly where you at. But when going through this so many times, I've been cutting this kid since he was like a kid, like 7 years old. So I understand and know where to put this taper. I know where to put that lineup. This finna be real crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is gonna be one of my best ones. My next step, I want to go in using my Babyliss FX at the bottom of the neck area. Due to so many indentations in the back of the head, you gotta play it safe in terms of creating a nice taper, because if you put a steep line in an indentation, it's going to be super hard to create that transition. Just make sure that everything is consistent and make sure that all of your lines are prominent, and don't put in too hard of guidelines. I go in completely open using my Babyliss FXs, about a 1/2 of an inch opposed to a whole inch on the side. And as you guys can see, I'm staying away from that indentation in terms of an open line. You don't want the lowest hair in that open line, just due to the indentation will make it look lower than what it is. I'm halfway closed right here, and as you guys can see, creating slight transition and making sure that this taper is coming together very well. My my next step, 1/16 completely closed. I want to flick at this line some. I want to slowly but surely notch into the indentation of the back of the client's head, making sure that I'm creating a nice transition and getting a dope taper. When I'm in the shop, man, I swear to y'all, I'm completely focused. I'm zoned in. Sometimes I'm chatting or whatever, but I chat with my guys or whatever in the shop. And the only reason I would be chatting through a haircut like this is because I know this client through and through. I know this haircut through and through. So as you guys can see, I'm holding the indentation down some, and then I'm flicking in between that just so I could get that nice gradient line and get that transition while trying to cut the hair that's in the indentation. Now I'm completely closed with a 1/8 guard, which is number 1 guard, and I'm flicking at this hair, and look at that transition coming together. Don't ever say just because it's indentations in the back of a client head that you can't create transition or you can't make sure that this not done. As barbers, we are the first form of surgeons that we gotta make sure that we lay the law like legislators. We gotta make sure that every haircut is done with precision. Every haircut is done with some type of thought, creativeness, and artisticness. This is what we do. So on this right side, we ain't gonna really focus too much on it because you guys can just follow in steps. But I just wanna drop a couple, gems and jewels for you guys. Just getting to Florida has been one of the most difficult things ever. It's been really, I don't wanna say a dark time, but I've been having a real hard time with just personal life and personal issues. Trying to get back to my love, trying to find myself, trying to establish myself as a grown man. And I understand and know, a lot of my teens won't be able to connect to stories like this, but a lot of my grown individuals will be. Sometimes you just gotta put yourself first. Sometimes you gotta worry about you. My biggest thing in life, was always making other people happy. I naturally got a big heart, and having a big heart comes with, some type of destruction. That type of destruction is self-destruction. I want y'all to understand, in order to make everybody else happy in the world, you gotta make yourself happy. And if you not happy, I promise you building everything that you doing on the smallest and lowest level of foundation possible. In any scenario, any building scenario, when built on a weak foundation, that building will crumble. I just want y'all to keep y'all head up. I want y'all to have fun with everything that y'all do, but most importantly, make sure that you're doing it for you. Make sure that you're making yourself happy, because it's impossible to make others around you happy if you're not happy. And I just want to go in completely closed with my Wall 1919s and float over this hair and get all of them scraggly legs or them roach legs down packed. We finna lock in. We finna get real crazy. We finna get super surgical, super precise, all of that in one. It's finna get super nasty on my channel, dog. But just to revert back to what I was saying previously, no matter what you're going through, there's no way in life, you're gonna make it through that storm without learning how to dance in that rain. That's just typicalness, and it's always on you. The ball is always on your court. You control that outcome. Stay focused, keep the head up, and stay locked in, and I promise you, everything is just gonna gift itself to you. That man upstairs is super powerful, and I promise you, he won't put you through nothing that you can't handle at all. All right, so let's get this movie kicked in. I want to go in and I'm going to spray spritz. I want to lay my foundation. I need to bring all of this hair, lay all this hair down. But this is what I was talking about earlier with that blow drying, with that trim in the top of the hair. Look at the hair laying down. It was super spotty when I first initially cut it. But as you guys can see, I got the hair laid down. A lot of the hair brought forward. And now I want to break into business. I go in using my gold Babyliss FXs, using my straightaways. As soon as I get to the tip of the ear or my roundabout, I'll convert to the corner of my trimmers, and as you guys can see, I'm getting a nice clean neckline. My next step is go to the back of the beard line, do my straightaway. I'm doing all frame out work. I need this thing to look as beautiful as possible before I break into some real dangerous line of work. And as you guys can see, when I'm solidifying any hard lines, I'm always framing out. I'm framing out, for that consistency, for that heavy hitting lineup. That looks super crazy. So I'm gonna repeat the same steps, doing my straightaways in the back of my vertical. And once I reach the tip of the ear, I'll use the corner of my blade to convert myself around that corner and get a nice clean lineup. And as you guys can see, where I put the taper is perfect in a bursted area, because I'm gonna have to stretch this lineup out no matter what. You guys seen me cut his hair so many times throughout the years. I cut him like 3 or 4 times on my channel. He got multiple videos that done did 1 million on their own. So I want to say shout out to LaCuz, because he got this crazy lineup, and it's stuff like this that always help me excel or do number wise, you know, really great on YouTube. So as you guys can see, I'm dealing with something crazy. I want to start in the middle at that furthest hair and work my way to the left. I don't expect my lineup to be perfect on my first, you know, initial push in, because I got to stretch it out enough just to make sure I'm able, you know, to get a nice lineup. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna tap and put in lines in certain places and then slowly erase hair in certain places just to make sure that I can achieve a nice 90-degree angle. I need a nice straightaway, I need clean vertical bars, and I need nice Chicago C's. And as you guys can see, it's just slowly but surely happening. And this is what happens when you got somebody with a lot of excess hair on their forehead. You have to go in, you have to become an artist, you gotta get creative, and you gotta lay the law. You have to be able to do things like this. It's super scary, but in real life situations, you will get a client like this. And this is what you have to do. You have to go in and you have to create lineups that complement their forehead, that complement their head style, that are contour to the hairstyle. And boom, voila, we got something nice. Already a solid foundation. And I just want to keep everything consistent. As you guys can see, it's not going to be super straight here because they're not prominent lines yet. I just need to make sure that I can get over or get across, because a lot of the hairs are in my way. But towards, you know, the middle of this video, I'll have the lining as straight as possible. But in this video and in real life, you will get clients that come in like this, so you gotta etch at it and just sketch at it and, you know, slowly take away from it until you get this line straight. I know it's wobbly now, but that's me just setting up, you know, my foundation. I just need some type of foundation. I need some type of, you know, stretchiness to it, and then I'm gonna bring it together. As I hit the middle area and as I lift both of the sides, you guys will see me bring this line up together. You know, I'm just making sure that my vertical bars and that my C cups are at the same angle, and then from that point on, I'll be able, you know, to adjust the front of my lineup and make sure that the front of my lineup is completely straight. So that's what you got to go through. Sometimes some people just want to make sure that everything is super perfect off jump. And me, I go in, I like creating rough drafts before I do anything. So you see, I got to turn this head my way. I got to see my flaws in here. And my flaws is the tip of these corners. Once I hit the tip of this corner, boom, you're going to see me bring it all the way together. Line up straight now, and just a little bit on this side and a little bit in the middle. That's it. So I go in using my boy Sean Cut's hair color enhancement card at a 3-inch, you know, distance, and I want to just go ahead, hit it with some color, give it some life. I want to go ahead and put some pressure to this thing. As y'all know, in my slogan or in our real world, pressure bust pipes. And in any scenario, with color enhancement, it's just flavor. It's just adding a little bit more pressure to what you already got going on. I got a solidified lineup. I got nice foundation. I got a dope taper. It's impossible to not take this thing to the next level. I'm super focused, and let's lock in. So I want to go in, I want to hit the tip of this lineup right here just to bring it up a tad bit more to ensure that it's completely straight, and we focus, we locked in. My next step, I want to go in with a Barber magic pencil, assisting myself in this lineup the same way women will, you know, do their eyebrows. They'll go up, they'll clean their eyebrows, they'll add whatever color in they want to, and then from that point, they'll conceal their eyebrows and blend them out with a blending brush just to ensure that they got a nice, clean, you know, eyebrow look. And that's what I'm doing in my industry and in this haircut right now. I'm concealing the lineup to this to give it more of a crispy, clean look. This is for my Kodak moments. It's when I take, you know, my crazy pictures for Instagram and post them to Instagram. That's exactly what I do. So as you guys can see, I want to go behind that using my trimmers as my blending brush, and I want to blend out that white line and give it a nice, clean contrast from skin to haircut. It's just super flawless right now. This is looking amazing. So everybody that's out there that's watching this, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, please drop a comment, because I'm shaking them back all year. Y'all know when it comes to transformations, I'm the king of that. I have fun with this. This is what I do in my backyard all day, every day. Transformations have been one of the best things in my arsenal, and I'll remain to give you guys these the more they come in my shop. So let's get to real business. I want to stretch my client's skin angle, that razor at a 45-degree angle, bring everything back to that lineup. And y'all know me, cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm cleaning above my line, I'm bringing everything down. I'm gonna use a whisk, I'ma dust everything off, cause you gotta do it more than once. Cleanliness is next to godliness. That's gonna be one of the major big quotes this year. We superly focused on always cleaning that area and going back at it. And as you see, it's gonna be super precise. I'm taking it to a whole nother level. We super focused. This is precision at an all-time high right now. This is literally Michael Jordan in that fourth quarter. I got my clutch factor on. Can't nobody score on my court, and I'm superly focused on bringing this chip back to the crib. And that's how it be. When I'm behind my chair, I don't want people to think that I'm aggressive, I'm cocky, I'm any of that. I'm an artist before it all, but also I like bringing y'all these dope things. When I'm in that lineup, that's my favorite thing of the haircut. I know y'all hear the energy pitch, the energy switch. I'm super focused, man. This is it. This is me in the game right here. This is me and my love right here. It's impossible to fail when you this locked in. When you this consistent, when you this precise, I promise you, you're gonna always create revenue, and your clientele will forever build in situations like this. I'm just, stretching the client's skin, angling that razor at a 45-degree angle, bringing everything back to that lineup, ensuring that I'm getting a nice lineup. I freehand all of my beard work. I don't like to put the clippers or trimmers on the beard at all. I go in, I dust it off, and I want to go back at it. Just to ensure that I'm getting all of these hairs down to the T. Look at that. That is crazy, dog. Super icy, super clean. Like I told y'all, cleanliness is next to godliness. And in this case, it's one of them. This is a banger for sure. Hitting in this C area, making sure that everything is connected and clean. This is super nasty, dog. Super, super nasty, man. Under the beard, getting that last bit of cleanliness up under there. And we locked in, man. This is efficient scoring right here. It is unfortunate in the year 2021 that we get clients that come in 4 months without a haircut looking this crazy by the head. But as barbers, we are the first form of surgeons, and we gotta act like it. We don't run away from stuff like this. We get real creative. We bring out our artistry. We creating and reinstilling confidence with haircuts like this. So without further ado, let's lock in. Hashtag Glacier Gang, hashtag TBT, hashtag all of that. Y'all know we super focused, pressure bust pipes where I come from. I'm so focused, I'm giving y'all nothing but the G and some of the greatest education of all time. Nothing but motivation and amazing music. Shout out to my producer, and shout out to you if you were able to make it through this 18 or 19 minute video. Please like, share, subscribe, and may God bless.
I don't know, we be getting this.
Let me know what you think about this joint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just when I thought to let it go. Yeah, me switching.
You win it. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. How long has it been since you had a haircut though?
4 months.
Y'all seen that one on YouTube. It's been 4 months. That was a crazy transformation. Let me know what y'all think about that one in the comment section.